After losing Isaiah Hartenstein in free agency and then striking out on Mo Wagner, I'm going to tell you why not signing Paul Reed is definitely going to hurt us in this upcoming season. All that and much more on the Knicks Digest. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dariel from Knicks Digest. Again, let's get right into today's video. So Shams tweeted out, the Detroit Pistons are claiming forward center Paul Reed off free agency waivers. Reed is in the second season of a 3-year, $24 million deal, and now B-Ball Paul joins Detroit. B-Ball Paul, I guess, I don't know, Instagram name? I have no idea what that is. But anyway, listen, man, losing Isaiah Hartenstein, obviously that's going to hurt us. And then after Isaiah Hartenstein left, we were left with a huge hole in the center position. Mitchell Robinson obviously is still with the Knicks. With the countless videos that I've been putting out, I've been screaming at how Mitchell Robinson is injury prone and we can't 100% rely on him if he's able to stay healthy. I did a video a few weeks ago and I did my research, and Mitchell Robinson has played 6 seasons. This season that just finished, it was his 6th season, and out of the 6 seasons, he's been healthy for 4 of them. Those 2 seasons that he wasn't, he only played 31 games. So it's not a bad ratio. But by making the trade for Mikal Bridges and signing OG Anunoby in free agency, there is no question that Leon Rose and Worldwide West, that they're putting all their chips in the table with the team that we have right now. And as far as us having one of the better perimeter defenders, 2 out of the top 5 perimeter defenders in the league, that's all great. But if we don't have a reliable big man being a defensive anchor, altering all those shots that players are when they're driving into the lane, being able to alter shots, just having some sort of presence, then what is all that going to mean? But before I dive into the rest of the roster for the Knicks, let's look at Paul Reed's season with the Philadelphia 76ers last year. So he played in all 82 games. He averaged 7.3 points, 6 rebounds, 1.3 assists, converting 54% from the field, 36.8% from three-point land, and converting 71.8%, which is 72% from free throws. Now, those numbers aren't going to jump out at you, obviously, but the one thing that I want to focus on the player that's going to be coming off the bench when Mitchell Robinson is going to need his minutes, and hopefully not, but if Mitchell Robinson goes down with an injury, who's going to be that center that's going to be replacing Mitchell Robinson in the starting lineup? Right now, we have absolutely nobody. And there's those rumors that Jalen Duren might be coming. There's the rumors about Karl Anthony Towns, the trade rumors being linked to the Knicks. All that stuff is happening. Free agency technically isn't over yet. There are still good players out there, but when Isaiah Hartenstein left, I put out a video about us not targeting Mo Wagner. I think Mo Wagner would have been a really, really good replacement for Isaiah Hartenstein. Another big who could stretch the floor with the three-point shot. He could put the ball on the floor. And in my video, I was talking about Mo Wagner like he was not taking any crap from anybody. Like, it didn't matter who he was going up against. He thought he was probably the better player out of the two. And sometimes you need that type of attitude from your player. You need that player to show and exude confidence. And I like Mo Wagner's game. So Mo Wagner re-signed with the Orlando Magic. I mean, Goga Batadze, even though I'm not really a big fan of his, not even because of the whole Jalen Brunson little beef. I don't even know if it's a beef. But Goga Batadze, like, if anything, he's probably on a good contending team. He's probably the 3rd big man off the bench. So I'm not really sad that we didn't target him. But not being able to sign Mo Wagner, not being able to sign Andre Drummond, who went to the Philadelphia 76ers, not being able to sign any of these other big men that were out there, now we're left with a huge hole in the lineup. Now I don't know what we're going to do. And Paul Reed, I've been watching basketball. I can see that he's able to put the ball on the floor. I'm able to see that he's able to create a play for himself. It's not anything special, but is he an average? Is he a respectable NBA player? I think so. And again, we struck out on another big man that's out in the market. So now what do we do? Hopefully that rumored Detroit Pistons and Knicks trade with Jalen Duren and Jaden Ivey, maybe it might actually come true, but I'm staying in reality. And in reality right now, the only big that we have right now is Mitchell Robinson, and like I said earlier in this video, he's injury prone. We can't rely on him. So what we're going to do, Julius Randle is going to have to move to the 5 as of right now with us not signing anybody. Mitchell Robinson goes to the bench, Julius Randle goes to the 5. That's going to be a problem because Julius Randle, I don't want to say he's injury prone, but he's coming off of a really bad shoulder injury. And now we're going to put him up against the 5 men of the NBA. That's insane. Anthony Davis, Nikola Jokic. I mean, Bam Adebayo is not a true big, but he plays the 5. Other 5s that come to mind, Jonas Valanciunas. Like, if Julius Randle is going to have to be moved to the 5, that's a problem. That's more bumping. That's more high risk for injuries. I don't like that at all. Leon Rose and Worldwide West, hopefully you guys have something up your sleeves. Chris and I, we've been praising you since you guys have come to the Knicks organization, and I'm not ready to start slandering you guys, but what's going on with the second big man coming off the bench, man? We definitely need to do something, whether it's trade, whether it's somebody that they're targeting that us fans, we don't know about, but I am a little worried. So now I want to talk about about the roster. So right now, the starting five is probably going to look like Jalen at the 1, Mikal at the 2, OG at the 3, Julius at the 4, Mitchell Robinson at the 5. OG and Mikal Bridges, they can switch because they're both technically shooting guards / small forwards. So if you want to put OG at the 2 or Mikal at the 3 or vice versa, that's fine. But that's going to be a starting five. Coming off the bench, we got Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Deuce McBride, Alec Burks went to Miami. Boji was part of the Mikal Bridges trade with no big man. More than likely, Leon Rose and Worldwide West, they're going to find somebody and we will sign them. But as far as in this moment, I think in this moment, Julius Randle is going to have to play some 5-man. And yeah, the positives, Julius Randle is faster than most 5-men, so he could take him out to the 3-point line, do a pump fake, drive straight to the rim. That'll be easy for him. But then on the negative side, the cons, he's going to be bumping against those 5-men. Like I said earlier, Jokic, Jonas, Embiid, Anthony Davis, like they're going to be bumping against Julius Randle, and Julius Randle for a duration of the NBA season, like he's going to be worn down. And then on top of that, the Coach Tibbs minutes, averaging 48 minutes playing for Coach Tibbs. Julius Randle is going to be averaging 48 minutes. And then on top of that, bumping against the big man in the league. Obviously, this is a hypothetical, and I'm kind of like jumping off the top rope with this one. But I'm only looking at the facts right now. And the facts are that we don't have a secondary big man coming off the bench who's respectable, who I think we're going to be able to rely on if Mitchell Robinson misses some games, which is probably going to happen. And on top of that, when Mitchell Robinson just needs minutes to go to the bench and get a breather, like we don't have anybody right now. And again, going up against the rest of the Eastern Conference, the leaders of the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics, they got Al Horford, they got Kristaps Porzingis, they have respectable bigs. And then after the Boston Celtics, which we're in that crop, we're talking about the New York Knicks, we're talking about the Miami Heat, we're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, we're talking about the Philadelphia 76ers, Miami Heat, us, Philly, and Milwaukee. They got Brook Lopez, obviously. The Miami Heat, they got Bam Adebayo. Philadelphia 76ers, obviously they got Embiid, but they signed Andre Drummond. Philly low-key, man. Philly low-key has had a really, really good offseason, signing Andre Drummond, signing Caleb Martin, Eric Gordon, re-signing Kelly Oubre, obviously the signing of Paul George. But I'm still not trusting them. Just like Mitchell Robinson, he is, even though Embiid is way more injury-prone than Mitchell Robinson, Embiid is definitely thrown in that injury-prone conversation. And Paul George, like me personally, the LA Clippers, after Kawhi Leonard won the championship with the Toronto Raptors, he wanted to go to LA. He signed with the Clippers, but the only way he was going to go to the Clippers was if they signed Paul George. And in my personal opinion, as soon as I heard that, I just knew it wasn't going to happen. And then fast forward 5-6 seasons later, look what happened. Kawhi Leonard still with the Clippers. Paul George just signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. And what did they do with the LA Clippers? They did absolutely nothing. They got donut rings when the expectation was at least minimum a finals appearance. But again, neither here nor there. This is not a Paul George YouTube video. I'm just talking about the Eastern Conference and what the Knicks are going to have to go up against, the rosters that they're going to have to go up against. It's a little scary right now. We do have two of the top 5 perimeter defenders, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. That's great. But we also have to have respectable players surrounding them. My thought process and my mind is going straight to the Boston Celtics. If Mitchell Robinson is going to have to play 48 minutes in the playoffs, if he's healthy and if he's able to get through the regular season, he's going to have to be chasing around Kristaps Porzingis. He's going to have to be chasing around Al Horford because Al Horford likes, because of his age, he likes to stay out there in the 3-point line because he doesn't like to bump and bruise against the bigs because of how much older he is, which I get it. But Mitchell Robinson having to chase Kristaps, Mitchell Robinson having to chase Al Horford, like that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. And then if we go up against Milwaukee, going up against Brook Lopez alone, Brook Lopez is a 7-footer behemoth of a man. Even though he likes to stand outside the 3-point line. Respect to Brook Lopez for completely changing his game, because when he was with the Brooklyn Nets, it was 100% just back to the basket, baby jump hooks. And then when he went to the Milwaukee Bucks, he's been a 3-point assassin ever since. But the Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo. Again, Bam Adebayo is not your traditional big. He can put the ball on the floor. He likes to shoot his mid-range, but he's not a traditional back-to-the-basket, baby jump hook kind of guy. And if Mitchell Robinson is going to be guarding him, he's gonna lure him out from the paint. He's going to pump fake him. He's going to drive to the hoop, which Mitchell Robinson is probably going to be half to chasing him. Like Mitchell Robinson, we're just putting, as of right now in this moment, we're just putting too much pressure on Mitchell Robinson. And hopefully, man, like I said earlier in the video, Leon Rose and Worldwide West, hopefully they have something up their sleeve. Hopefully they're targeting a player player that I don't know about. And hopefully it's not Karl Anthony Towns, man, because right before recording this, I saw a post on Twitter that Karl Anthony Towns and the Knicks rumor is still alive, and the Knicks are just waiting it out to see what free agency is still available and what moves they can make. I was a big Karl Anthony Towns fan when he was a rookie in his earlier part of his career, but ever since he but the last few seasons, man, just 100% has really just got me away from the Karl Anthony Towns bandwagon. I don't like the decision making that he shows us. I don't like his basketball IQ. I don't like, his basketball IQ as far as just standing behind the perimeter, knowing that you have a 6'10" guy when you're 7'1" and you can just back him down. Like, I don't understand his basketball IQ. I don't understand his decision making. And he just hasn't shown me to be a player that you should really be targeting, whether it's free agency or trade rumors, whatever it is. I don't think Karl Anthony Towns, if he's a part of your team, he's going to make you that much better. Now, you can also make the argument that if Karl Anthony Towns comes to your team and he's responsible for being, the third best player, then maybe that's a different conversation. So Karl Anthony Towns being linked to the Knicks, I don't know what will happen. Mitchell Robinson might have to be part of that trade. Mitchell Robinson will more than likely have to be part of that trade, but we'll see what happens. Guys, that's it for today's video. I want to leave it there. Leave it in the comments. Let me know if you guys are with me. Are you guys a little nervous how the Knicks have not addressed the big man coming off the bench and Mitchell Robinson having all this responsibility on him when he's an injury-prone player? But that's it. I'll check you guys out in the next video. And of course, before I wrap up the video, Taj Gibson for president wherever you are, Jalen Brunson for all the MVPs, the deuce is loose for co-MVP, and the newest New York Knickerbocker, Mikal Bridges, for the 2024-2025 NBA Defensive Player of the Year award. And until next time, I'll check you on the next video. Peace.